Before we get into this video, please bear with me. I know this video was long, but there's a lot of key information in here. If you're familiar with my videos, some of the information in the beginning you've heard before, but like I said, there's a lot of key information, so you're going to want to watch the video all the way through. I'm starting off with just making a couple of points. Then I'm going into a couple of questions, and then I'm going into actual Amazon comments from a particular brand because someone asked me a question, and you'll see in the video, but I'm touching on a lot of key points. So you're going to want to watch it all the way through. And also a lot of the things that come up in these Amazon comments go right along with the things that I'm saying. So it's very, very interesting. This is real stuff. So you're going to want to pay attention. So just wanted to let you know, I know this video is like 30 minutes long, but it'll be worth it. Trust me. Let's get into it. What's up, everybody? It's Meech. You're tuned into On the Radar. I hope everybody's still being safe out there. I hope everyone is dealing with this whole, we still have this COVID thing going crazy. It's kicking back up in certain areas. I want to touch on some things regarding black seed oil because I haven't really been talking too much about it lately. Now, real quick, when this whole COVID thing, and I spoke about this before, I hope I'm not getting echo in this room. But anyway, when I spoke about the COVID, when I spoke about this a little while ago, when this whole COVID thing hit, and actually right before it, YouTube started to suppress a lot of information. Like they started to suppress a lot of black seed oil information, a lot of other things. And like I said, I touched on this, but it's weird because with this whole COVID situation, the main thing you want to do is build up your immune system. And black seed oil is one of the main things that we know builds up your immune system. So I find it, and I have been finding it very strange and very troubling that YouTube videos regarding health, regarding things that boost your immune system, and specifically black seed oil, they have been suppressed. Now, I have a ton of videos on this about black seed oil. I was one of the main people, if not the main person on YouTube talking about it. I was getting thousands of views daily. And it all just started to slow up. I barely get, of all these videos that I get, that I have on YouTube, I get a very small amount compared to before of views and interaction. And that's strange. You would think in this day and time that it would have increased and more people would be looking for this and sharing this information. So I just want people to be aware of this. Like, it's something serious. There's something weird going on. But anyway, that's not really what we're here to talk about. But I just really hope everybody's staying safe. I hope everybody is sharing the information about black seed oil. If you're up on it and you know about it, please share it with people who still don't know about it, because it's helpful. It's very, very helpful, especially in these times. And we all need it. And we all need to be fortifying ourselves. But besides that, I've been getting a few emails lately. People asking some different questions regarding black seed oil. So there was one particular thing that stood out. This was from Nicole. Not going to give any other information, but I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically she was asking about TQ levels. And specifically she was asking about the black seed oil that she was using. She said it was burning her throat. So it was worrying her if this was quality black seed oil and if that was supposed to happen. She was also saying, the taste was horrible and just different things. So she was unsure of if it was a good quality black seed oil, if these things are supposed to happen. So some of the stronger black seed oils does burn your throat. For instance, Bionatal, it burns. It's the strongest. It is super strong. Any of you guys that use it, if you please leave your feedback in the comment section, because a lot of people says, yes, it does burn. It burns the hell out of their throat. And then there's different ways people, take it to kind of minimize that burn. But yes, that is for some black seed oil, especially the stronger ones. That's a thing. So the specific one she was asking about, I'm not going to say who it was, I have their stuff. I've used their stuff before, and I couldn't remember, honestly, because it's been a while since I used it. So I was saying I can't really remember that one if it was burning my throat, but definitely, the stronger ones do, like Bionatal. So that's a real thing. If it does burn your throat, it doesn't mean that there's something bad or whatever. It's just, it's really strong and potent. She was worried that there was certain chemical solvents that was used in the extraction because of the sting. And then certain things, certain black seed oils taste funny. You can kind of taste certain chemicals. Sometimes they I'm not going to get into that, but sometimes you got to be careful. You got to know where if you're trying to verify if your black seed oil is good and is good quality, you have to look for some things. You have to look for where was it sourced? Where do they get their seeds from? Where was it pressed? How was it pressed? It's a bunch of stuff that you have to look into. And the problem is a lot of times these companies don't provide all of that detailed information. And this is something that I keep speaking about that Bionatal does. And I'm not doing this video to promote Bionatal, although we know I do promote Bionatal. But I'm doing this video and speaking on these because I do get these questions, and these things are relevant. And this is why I keep stressing why Bionatal is head and shoulders above these other companies. Because when you do have these type of concerns, especially if you're new to black seed oil, you don't know anything. So you go to these company websites. Most people don't contact the companies and ask them questions. And then sometimes when they do, they don't get responses back or they don't get clear answers. But this type of information, you would hope that when you go to their website that you would get this information. And most of the times you don't. And this is the reasons why Bionatal stands out, because they provide you with this type of information so that you have a better understanding of the product and how it's working and how it's supposed to work. So when people are asking me, well, have you tried this and have you tried this and how can I be sure that this brand is legit and all these things, there's a bunch of things that goes into it. This is also why I tell you this, I always talk about the different seeds from the different regions. You have different colors, you have different tastes, you have different smells. All of these things matter, and you need to know these things when you're buying these different oils. And you're like, wait, I used to use this one and now it's different. And then it makes you afraid because you don't know what the hell you're putting in your body. You don't understand why there's all these different differences when all you know is black seed oil, it should be black seed oil. But it's just not that simple. So you want to go to a company that, one of the things you want to verify as much information as you can. Where do they get their seeds from, or the oil? Do they process this stuff themselves, or do they, buy the oil from somewhere else where it's already pressed? Do they have control over the pressing methods and all of that? What are they sourcing their seeds from one particular place or one particular kind, or are they getting a bunch of different seeds from everywhere, which are all different, and then they're mixing them all together? Sometimes, a lot of times, that's what happens. And you don't know what you're getting from one batch to another. So that leads me into what the other part that I want to get into. She sent me a link and she was asking about this particular brand. And it is another brand that I have. It's another brand that, I've spoken about on this channel. And when I bought all of those different black seed oils, and I was doing the different video comparisons with the color and all that stuff, I still have all of those oils. This is one of those oils. This is one of the more popular ones that people know about. I'm not going to say their name though. I try not to get into that stuff because people keep saying, you're just promoting this, so you're knocking these other brands. But all of this information and these different things that I point out to you are very, very relevant. And it's not just about promoting a brand, but there are reasons why, again, I keep promoting this brand, because in all of these different areas, they stand head and shoulders above everybody else. And these are the things that are important when you're looking for a proper black seed oil. You're looking to verify how legit is this company. And I keep seeing all of these different things. People have all these questions. They have all these issues. So there's people saying, and I've spoken about this before, there's a lot of people that say, They was buying this particular black seed oil and then it changed. It doesn't taste the same. It doesn't smell the same. The effect is different. They're having issues taking it. This keeps happening. And this is what I spoke about time after time, where these companies don't regulate their stuff properly. They're just grabbing seeds or oils from all these different places. So the batches are always different. Some of the brands even mention it. I know there's one in particular. They even mention it on their label that they use stuff from everywhere. So you're going to not have the right consistency. They at least let you know that, but a lot of these brands don't. So people have these issues. So Nicole sent me an Amazon link and was telling me to check out some of the reviews. So I did. So I'm going to read through some of this. And again, I'm not going to say the brand, but I just want you to be aware of these are real people on this brand's page on Amazon in the comment section. And these are people who are actual purchase. They purchased this they're verified, consumers. These are the issues that they're having with this brand. So I want to point out that these are the things that happen out there, and these are the things that you have to be aware of. And some of these things I've spoken about, some of these things I'm going to get into a little bit, but you have to know that these things are happening. And then when I'm telling you about a different brand and why they're superior, you have a better understanding of why I keep saying that, because you don't see you don't see Bionatal having these issues. You don't see people commenting in all my videos or on their website. You don't see people having these issues. You don't see any videos people making having issues with Bionatal. You don't see any of this. And so let me get into it. And I'm gonna, if I slip up and say their name because I'm reading, I'm gonna edit it out. This one is saying something about they have the best black seed oil, but freshness is critical. Try others, order direct in glass in the winter freeze. I've never seen anybody or heard anybody talk about freezing black seed oil. I don't know if that's a good thing to do or not. I actually have no idea, but they're talking about freshness is a critical. This is something that I speak about a lot. I tell you, Bionatal they have on their bottles when the oil is produced and when it's goodbye. A lot of these companies don't do that. Also, Bionatal doesn't keep just tons of stuff on hand. This is why sometimes they've had, they have issues where, they had to slow up for a minute because they are regularly producing stuff as needed. They're not just producing a whole warehouse full of stuff. And remember, they're producing this stuff on their own, in their own facility. They're not importing the oil, but they're not just keeping tons of this stuff on hand. And this is what I've always said. When you buy certain oils, you don't know when this stuff was produced. You don't know how long it's been sitting on the shelf. You don't know when you buy this from a store, you don't know how long it's been on the shelf. You don't know how long it's been in existence. You don't know if your oil is 6 or 7 years old. You don't know. That is important to know. So they're saying that, and this is on Amazon. I'm reading Amazon reviews. So they're talking about freshness. In my opinion, it's slightly spicy to increase. That's too long. I can't go through all of that. This other person is saying the oil has changed from when I first bought it. Been ordering this product for a while, and it's just not the same. It used to be very dark and pungent and had more effect. Now it's lighter and not as strong. I contacted the company to see if they added some other type of oil to dilute it, and they claim that they don't dilute their oil, and it's maybe a different batch of seeds that cause the lighter, not as strong oil. The lighter oil works okay, but the darker oil is far more effective. So I spoke about this in a different video. When you have this type of situation, and this is the company saying to this guy, to this woman, that it might be from a different batch of seeds that cause the difference. So this is what I keep saying. They're getting all types of seeds from everywhere else. That means when there's not a product consistency from one bottle to the next when you buy it. You buy this oil and you expect one thing. You expect what it says on the label. You buy it, you like it. It has a certain smell, taste, and effect. You buy it again and it is not the same. That is not what you paid for. That is not what you expect. You expect the same thing. You expect that consistency. And when they do these things, if they're saying it's not as strong, it's lighter, it's a different thing, but they're selling it as the same thing, that's deceitful. That's a problem. You are not buying or getting what you paid for. And in this case, this person is saying it is okay, but it's not the same, and she's not getting the same effect from it. That's not what you pay for. That's not. Do I got to explain that to you any deeper? Another one, it says no consistency in this product. I bought the 8 ounce glass bottle 2 weeks ago, and it's very good, almost black and pungent smell, just as it's supposed to be. So I decided to buy the twin pack 16-ounce bottles. They are terrible, watery, very light in color, and smells like vegetable oil. There's some that I have that I noticed that too, and it even tastes like vegetable oil, and that concerns me. So I know exactly what they're talking about. I'm very disappointed in the quality. I'm sending a sample to a reliable contact that I have with AACC, where they test products. As a consumer, we need to know if the company or distributor is tampering with the product that they sell. This was actually this was in 2018. I wasn't even looking at the dates because I just looked to see if they posted an update. This was in 2018. Somebody responded to that comment. They said, I've been buying this oil for years, and one thing to note is black seed oil is cultivated in different seasons, so you can actually purchase mild, strong tasting from this company. But right, it is different seasons in different regions, all that stuff, but they need to be distinguished which ones that they're selling, which ones that you're buying. So you're supposed to know what it is that you're getting. This other one, this is from 2017, so I'm going to pay attention to the dates, because maybe they fixed these issues, but it just goes to show you that all of these things that I've spoken about are true when I'm talking about these other companies and what you need to watch for. I don't know at the same time if they have fixed these issues, but these are issues that are out there publicly that purchasers of this company has complained about. And it is not just with this one company, it's with a lot of different companies. This is what I've been speaking about. This person says, may have given me a rash. This oil definitely tastes different from another brand that I was used to. Really hard to take. Shortly after I started taking it, I got a rash on my ankle, and the doc labeled it as Schoenbergs disease. And one of the causes is exposure to benzene. I'm not saying they are chemically expressing it. I wrote that wrong. I'm not saying they are chemically expressing it instead of cold pressing it. Okay, you kind of said that wrong. But I have seemed to react poorly at this point. So this guy's saying, I got to look up Schoenberg's disease and see what that is. But it's a skin disorder that causes discoloration of the lower extremities. It usually occurs in lower extremities and rarely anywhere else. This is condition that's caused by a leaky blood vessel near the surface of the skin, caused by leaky capillarities. The cause of that. All right, so that's just what that is. I'll probably edit this part out. Another person said, and this is in 2019, September, they said, no, just don't. I thought I had found the holy grail, but alas, the texture and taste has changed. There's very little consistency with my many orders. Very little consistency. His former employer complained, who was he talking about? His former, and told him about the process that was hugely disappointing. I don't think I could keep it in demand. I don't know what they're talking about, but they're having some. This next person says, don't buy. Product has been heated for extraction, ruined products. I don't know how they know that. This other person leaves 1 star. Didn't work for me. Didn't see any results after 6 weeks. I will say that, in fairness, there are some people out there that don't really get any results from black seed oil, or they don't notice. My wife, for instance, she doesn't really take it internally because she really hasn't noticed any real results. She uses it. She uses it. I can't say. She uses it every day. I was trying to say religiously. She uses it all the time in her hair. She can't use anything else but Bionatal's black seed oil in her hair. Other oil, black seed oils does not do the same, she says, and she uses it on her skin. She's always saying about, it clears up her eczema. It works great on her hair. She uses that every day. But in taking it internally, she just doesn't seem to see any results. And I know some people there are a few people out there who have said that. But that's the thing. Everything isn't for everyone. But then at the same time, even something like black seed oil is something that you can use for other things. So if it's not working for you internally, it does a lot for your skin. It does a lot for your hair. So there are other things you can use. But there are a few people, they just don't seem to see any effects. So that is actually real. It's not really a determination of, and my wife has used several different black seed oils. None of them seem to do much for her. And the only one, like I said, that really is good for her skin and her hair is Bionatal. It looks so much like honey. I assumed. I'm not reading all this. I don't know. Don't buy. They said the name of the brand. If I could, it's a waste of money. They're not really giving anything. Does not work at all. I'm not really going for the ones that just say it doesn't work for me, because that is subjective, and it's a lot of things to look into. Like I said, it really just doesn't work for some people, but then there's different factors that go into that. So when somebody just says it doesn't work and it's no good, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for specific things where they're saying, I use this product and it's different. I use this product, it's not the same. I get effects, the different effects from it, things like that. Those are the things I care about, because when somebody says it doesn't work, just to be truthful, it's a lot of other things that goes into it. How long have you been taking it? What was you really expecting it to do? What was you paying attention to other things? Because I know people that they started taking black seed oil and it took them a while to realize, wait, I was looking for these things and it wasn't doing anything. But then it could be 2 or 3 months later and I'm like, yo, you know what? I just realized the pain in my knee, I don't have it anymore. Or I wake up earlier, or I go to sleep. It's certain things sometimes they don't even notice the things that it is doing, but they're looking for other things and they're noticing that it's not getting them anywhere. So that's really subjective. This says it didn't help me. Yeah, so it's the same thing. She's saying it didn't help. So I don't want to waste too much time trying to go through every comment, but I just wanted to kind of let you guys know that these are some of the issues, and the things I point out, these are real things that people say. These are things that you can find publicly if you go to some of these companies, read through the reviews. These are real things. So this information that I tell you guys when I'm saying these things happen, it is real. Like I said, some of these issues with the batch consistency, the product not being the same. I said that with one of the brands that I was using before Bionatal. When I bought all those other bottles, I was telling you, like, one of them that I was initially liking, I was really into before I found Bionatal. That was my favorite one. And when I bought all these other bottles, it wasn't the same. The smell, the taste, the things that attracted me to it, it wasn't the same. And this is so real. So this is why, again, to close this off, you have to pay attention to these things. And these are the reasons why Bionatal stands out. So when I'm pointing all of this stuff out to you, most of everybody that buys Bionatal or uses Bionatal, they know that, because this is why everybody keeps buying it. But for the people who seem to have an issue with the cost of it, this is what I mean when I tell you, you get what you pay for. There is a difference in quality, and that's what you're paying for. You also get all of this transparency from this company that you're not getting from these other companies. So these people are upset. They feel like they're wasting their money. They feel like they're being deceived. And in some cases, you have a lot of people from emails that I get where they're concerned with, they're questioning, like, what the hell am I putting in my body? Is this stuff even safe? This is why it's important for these companies to be transparent. Bionatal only uses the same type of seeds from the same place. Their consistency in their oil does not change. Anybody that has uses Bionatal, that has purchased it, and you've purchased it more than once, leave it in the comment section if you've noticed something different, if you've seen, something off. It's the same stuff all the time. You can go to them and ask them questions. You can contact the owner. He answers the phone. You know what I'm saying? The owner is front and center. He's on their YouTube channel in the videos. You can put a face to the person. You can reach out to the person. None of these other companies, you don't know who the owner is. You don't know where these companies are located. You don't know anything about these companies, but you're buying from them because you just think, because that's the way you're conditioned. If it's out there for sale, it's good. And then you buy it, You realize it's not as good as you thought it was. It's not as good as it used to be. And then you start to realize, I don't actually know anything about this company. I don't know actually anything about black seed oil in general. I don't know the things that I should know. Then people come to me, they come across my videos, and then they say, oh, damn, the price. And it just, I get this every day. And this is why I keep saying it. And it's frustrating. Oh, you're just selling. You're just you're working for them and all this stuff. Listen, if you can dispute any of this information that I've put out there, then let's have a conversation. If you want to keep buying stuff that is not up to par, then keep doing you. But especially in this day and age with this whole COVID thing, with everybody being, it's all this stuff. People are trying to, protect their health, protect their immune system, keep their the government, again, they're not telling you on the news, they're not telling you anywhere to do things to boost up your immune system. But that's the thing you keep hearing on the news when you hear there's these flare-ups and there's all these people dying. They keep telling you the people with the compromised immune systems and the pre-existing health conditions are the people that are more susceptible to death. So what the hell do you think is a pre-existing medical condition? It's usually things that your immune system is compromised in some way. Every sickness, every disease, everything, it has something to do with your immune system. But they are not touting or promoting for you to take anything that's going to boost your immune system. Think about that. Think about why. Now, if for some reason nothing is going to help nothing is going to help. We know that's not true. So they can't say that. They can't say, well, you don't worry about boosting your immune system because it's not going to help. We know that's not true. There's black seed oil. There's a bunch of other things that you can take that will boost your immune system and help you. But then remember, the person, the owner of YouTube or the CEO or whatever she is, she came out in the video, and I spoke about this before. She said, yeah, we're limiting stuff that talks about, vitamin D and vitamin C and whatever else she said, that because it can't be verified that it's really, she was talking about COVID. Okay, there might not be any verification that these things are going to help cure COVID or save your life from COVID, but cut all of that out and let's get to common sense. We're talking about keeping our immune systems boosted, and we know that there's certain things that help your immune system. Why would you suppress that information? Or if you feel like you need to clarify it because you need to say directly that COVID is not going to stop or help COVID, then you have to then say that. But don't suppress people trying to find out things that's going to boost their immune system. That's insane. That tells me that I'm not trying to get into the conspiracy stuff or go into none of that, but that clearly tells me that there's something wrong there, there's something off, and they're trying to suppress that. So we have to do our own thing and get this information out there. Make sure we stay on top of our own health, our family's health, and for anybody that doesn't know all the different things that can help boost our immune system, we got to spread this to everybody. And I know people are going to say, well, you should make videos, and you should make a video saying all the things that boost your immune system. Well, first of all, I've done that. So there's a couple of videos out there, but that's not the point. The point is we all need to be on top of this. And the things that we know, whether it's sharing videos with other people or just sharing information, we need to do that because YouTube is suppressing this information. If I put COVID in the title, if I put certain things in the title, they're going to literally suppress it and stop people from seeing it. So we have to do our part in sharing things and sharing this information with each other. Don't just look for me to make a video about something. But again, I'm just going to leave it at there. I said enough. Stay safe, everybody. Stay informed. And, go to Bionatal's website in all seriousness. Check out the information that's there and compare it. Compare the information that Bionatal gives you with the information that these other companies give you. Read all of the go through the different videos that I have, all the people who use Bionatal and purchase Bionatal. Read what they say. Go to their website, read their comments on their website. Go to their YouTube channel, read the comments on their thing. And you guys know, I don't, unless you're saying something super crazy, I don't delete comments. So I'm not just, steering you towards something. Whatever people say, you're going to see it on there. But my point is, do your due diligence before you just say, well, I don't want to pay this amount. This is too much money. Because we're investing in our health. And especially in this day and age, again, with this whole COVID situation, we don't know what's happening. We don't know what's going on. This is not the time to play around and be cheap and say, well, I'm just going to go get this. If that works for you, fine. It's fine. But whatever you purchase, just make sure you're purchasing the right thing. Do your research. Compare these other brands against each other, the information that they provide on their websites. Pay attention to what other people are saying. And you can't just go for the good things, because you're always going to see good things about everything. Look for the negatives, because that's what I do with everything. I look for the negatives. I want to see what's the bad stuff people are saying. I want to see if people are saying bad things about this particular product or this company. And then I want to compare it with other stuff and see how much of it is out there, how real it is. And another thing is, you got to be careful. You got to be objective, and you got to look at things from a certain way, because there's a lot of people out there. They'll see 100 positive comments about something, and then they see one negative, and they're like, "Oh, that's somebody who's looking for a reason not to be involved." So when I say look for the negatives, I mean compare everything reasonably, but pay attention to the negatives always. And there's certain things you're going to notice with certain companies. There's not negatives, or there's very little negatives. And then even if there's something negative, look at what they're saying within that negativity and see how relevant it is, or how real it is, or how important it is. Pay attention and do your due diligence, because we all need to be very, very, very on point with our health right now and our immune system. That's it. Feel like I've been talking forever. So let's talk in the comment section. Until next time, stay focused, stay fit. Please hit that like button, show your support. Definitely hit that notification bell so you'll be alerted the next time something pops up on my radar. Salute.